So like the start for these two escapes is very similar. How do we choose between the two? Well, usually I go for the frames escape and try to get back to guard, like the hip escape one. If Brad keeps running away this way though, it starts to get kind of difficult to recover my bottom leg. So that's when it's a good time to use the pillow escape and underhook to start to escape. Okay, so if he's running away from you, you don't keep fighting that, you just walk your legs the other direction, and then they're kind of helping you get up there. Right, let's do our other escape, which is our underhook escape. So we need, actually there's two things we need for the underhook escape. Okay, so I'll go through it. I need to get an underhook here, and I also need to make sure my head is free. Okay, so but if you look at the underhook, I need to basically be able to turn in on my side and not be flattened out again as I walk my feet away and get to my knees. So I basically need to be able to stay on my side, walk, and get to my knees. So how can Brad stop me doing that? If he gets his own underhook, then it's very hard for me to turn. I can't get to my knees while he's got an underhook. So if I'm able to get my underhook, that's much better. Okay, so now he can't drive me back with that. Okay. The other thing I need is my head free. Okay, so if you look here, with my head being stuck, even if I get my underhook driving flat, it's really hard to stop that. Okay, so we're going to use something called the pillow defense. We'll try this before we even do our underhook escape. That's basically where I put my head on my arm like it's a pillow, like this. And I'm just gonna like tuck my, don't even have an underhook, just tuck your arm so they can't underhook you. And I'm gonna go like this, and I'd be on my side and say, Brad, try to flatten me out. No, good, perfect, okay? That's our pillow defense. Do it now without the pillow defense, flatten me out. Okay, so you can see when he gets under my head like that, it's horrible. We need to get this pillow defense position, okay? So we're gonna run to practice that first, just for like 1 minute each, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how we get that from the underhook and use it with the underhook escape. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how do I get to the pillow defense position? Okay, so I usually want that actually before I get the underhook, in most cases. So I need to pummel inside this near hand to be able to free my head. Now you can see that's a bad idea right now. Like, there's no way I'm going to do it. So I need to do the same initial thing that we were doing before. Okay, and a frame against the hip, whichever frame comes first. Again, here, or my leg. I get my hip frames here. I'm going to pummel underneath the head, grip onto the top of the scapula, and lift my elbow up. Okay, now there's some distance here, okay, that I can start to work with. Okay, so Brad's going to be holding onto that nice and tight. I put my hand on the top of my head, or sorry, on the side of my head near the elbow. Okay, and then I need to open his elbow out, so I flare my elbow, and that opens Brad's elbow here. Okay, so we're here like this. I grab my head, flare my elbow, and I put my head. Now I've got my head on my bicep. I have the pillow defense in place. Okay, very hard for Brad to regain that. So we're going to work for the underhook next. Okay, so again, you need to get the same initial positioning until you get the pillow defense. Okay, now for the underhook, I need a big gap. It's a very bad idea to start trying to pummel the underhook when there's no space for it, like this. He's just going to take that arm and he's going to make me pay for doing that. Okay, I need to get his head up nice and high. Look at this gap now. Okay, when his head's up here, I'm going to safe underhook, and I get a nice high underhook here. All right, so we're here. I block the hip, framing against the hip. I get under the chin. I get my pillow defense, and I pummel my underhook. Okay, they usually occur pretty much at the same time. Okay, and now I've got really good positioning to start to get to my knees. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to be on my side, and I'm going to walk 180 degrees. Okay, I want to walk like this. Okay, and now I can go back and get up. All right. So just lastly, if Brad's putting pressure on me, and I try to get up when I'm like side onto him, it will not work. I'll never get up here. Okay, I want my feet behind me. Okay, so if I stay here, Brad keeps that pressure, but I walk my feet. Okay, keeps driving into me, but now it actually, like that forward drive helps me pull my my weight back over the top of my hips, okay? So you have to get all the way on, and it has to be like belly down. You have to go, like, you have to be side on, sprawl, and get back up. Okay? If he's putting weight on, if your partner's doing it badly, you can do it however you want. But if they're putting pressure on you, when you walk back, you're not gonna walk back and then get up like this. Okay, Brad, put weight on me. I can't, even if I'm 180 degrees, I can't get over my knees, like up on my elbow and over my knees. It's gonna be really difficult. I need to sprawl and walk back like this. Okay. So, side on, Homer Simpson, whoop, 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 sprawl, get back up. Last time, frame the hips, frame the hips, frame the head. We get our pillow defense, underhook, walk, 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 sprawl, and we build our base up. Head next to our arm so that they can't catch a guillotine choke immediately. Not like this. I want to go, as I'm getting up, head next to the arm. They go for a head arm, but it's more easy to defend than just having your head poking out. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1. And you know, quite a few people asking about like not getting your back taken. Obviously, like to me, like front headlock position is better than being stuck under side control. So to me, I've upgraded my position a little bit. It's still not an offensive position. I'm on the defense here. I'm gonna be ready to defend my neck. Anytime Brad makes an angle, like I'm gonna try to face him. Yeah, he starts moving to my back. I'm gonna sit down on my side and start looking for underhooks. But now I'll probably get my guard. Yeah, I'll be looking for my guard and going here. Okay. Obviously, if I get a chance to back out and stand up as well, protecting my neck. But whether he moves left or right, you got to be ready to drop to your hip and look for the underhook on that side. Okay, he goes the other side, runs around, and I got to be ready. Like I can't accept trying to get up while he's running to my back. Always face it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.